Going on, y'all? Fabian Speaks, man. We are back with another video. This video is titled Read Between the Lines. People are more artificial than ever before, man. We live in a day and age that's pure foolery, pure fakery, man. People aren't authentic. Now, you can attribute that to a lot of different things. You can give the just due or the credit to a lot of different things as well. I was going to naturally lead with social media, right? Think about social media. Think about profiles, profile pictures, creating this portfolio or this page, this history of content, pictures, whatever it may be, that don't provide that much context into who you are. That's why, catfishing is such a big thing online, right? Y'all remember the show Catfish? To where basically you talk to somebody online, they portray something they're not, or somebody else. Come to find out they're not that real person. You get let down, right? Because somebody has the gall to lie, has the gall to be unauthentic, however you want to call it, and just doesn't know how to keep it real with you. Now, we can peel layers back and try to get to the depth of why are people fake? Why do people try to portray something they're not? And first thing comes to mind, man, people are just unfulfilled, right? Or some people are just wicked. We've heard some of the most wicked stories in terms of how people finessed, sabotaged people by portraying somebody else, got them to siphon their money or send them, copious amounts of money just to pull a robbery on them, scam them essentially, right? Or like the Catfish TV show, you're portraying somebody that somebody falls in love with, gains feelings for. When you see that person in real life, they're not true to the T. Instagram. Well, let's just leave it at Instagram, man. People portraying pictures of themselves, maybe only showing close-ups, fit body, chest up, no full body pictures. You don't understand what that person looks like. So they're selling something fake to you and you're willing to buy. Now, to touch back on why people do it from a dating perspective, from an insecurity perspective, maybe some folks that don't fully disclose what they look like, their appearance, they're not confident in who they are. They're not confident in what they look like. So they have to have a picture zoomed in like this to where you only see her face. You don't know what the body look like. To where they only show you chest up because the lower part of their body is something they're not proud of. This is the world we live in, y'all. To where people flex a lot of money on a profile, but are really broke in real life. I think the phrasing, fake it till you make it, got taken to a whole different extreme. The whole world is fake. The beauty industry, makeup. Women wearing 10 pounds of makeup, they take all that off. That's not who they really are. The examples are countless examples. People acting like they're qualified for a position, good salesmen, able to secure a job. In actuality, a few weeks into that role, you understand they're not even equipped. There's a lot of this foolery going on. And what it does is naturally put ourselves in positions of uncomfortability, positions of having a backpedal, right? Retract offers, retract opportunities because you lied. You didn't really say that's who you were. And come to find out, you're not capable. That's the world we live in, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very odd place to where now it's at the utmost. It's at an extreme. People getting scammed online, right? Like the amount of phishing scams, that hit my inbox is crazy. Now, if you're at the point where you can't even delineate, you can't even tell the difference, wild. You're going to be cooked out here. In today's day and age, you need to naturally walk on eggshells because people are trying to put the veil over your eye. I use that phrasing a lot, trying to cover your eyes to where they just think you're too stupid and that you're going to fall for it. You need to be very cautious in today's day and age. You need to be very aware. And this is why I'm taking my time to be sober as possible now. I used to be drinking a lot, smoking, all types of things, man. But now It's like God's naturally calling me to be sharp, to be focused on the playing field, to see things for what they really are. Call it a spiritual awakening. I don't know what it may be. But I'm noticing more and more people are awakening to the BS nowadays. The fakeness. I mean, working amongst your coworkers, everybody chit-chatting, ha ha, oh yeah, ho 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 ho. In actuality, that person don't even like that person, right? But you have to act a certain way or else it's going to be an HR case. That's the reality we live in nowadays. I mean, I think there's always been unauthenticity in life, period. But today is a whole different level. Even up to gender changes, right? Women becoming men, men becoming women. To where now these procedures are getting so good, you can't even tell the difference. That is the utmost form of foolery. Fooling somebody. You know, you hear about what they call them, femboys or the man boys in Thailand? Fooling tourists into getting intimate with them without knowing that they were having intercourse or they were getting intimate with the man. How people are going to that extreme, right? It's an extreme in the normality of the world, but in people's mind today, that is normal, to where that's how you know it's a mental illness. A lot of these folks end up getting on antidepressants after all these operations, right? Because that's not the natural order of things and who God created you to be. But you want to go with the world standard and act like, well, I'm really this. You're really not. You're really not. So you have to be very aware nowadays. People are naturally trying to sabotage, naturally trying to fool. Because what's crazy in today's day and age, what's good has become evil. What's evil is good. Have you noticed that? Like, evil is being normalized. Wickedness is normalized. Not caring for your fellow brother or sister, fellow man is normal. Where's all the peace? Where's the love at? These are dying concepts in the modern world. It's all about war, greed, selfishness, self-sufficiency, and no regard for people. Self-sustenance, man. People just trying to sustain themselves. Remember when the vid happened in 2020? People was ransacking supermarkets, stores, grocery stores to get the last roll of toilet paper. It's toilet paper, y'all. God forbid you won't be able to wipe your butt, but hey, get some leaves from the backyard. Obviously, I'm joking, but to get to that extreme to where people are fighting over materialistic things, items, just because they have no type of solace, no type of security and grounding in the Lord. This is what happens when you don't have God in your life. A perfect example. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Oh, we're going to fight to the end. We're going to fight till it's the last man standing. That's the mentality today. Nobody care. Nobody care. And my whole agenda is to make people care more, have people understand more. That is a dying thing. And I don't know how it's going to happen, but because people are just so afraid nowadays. And I'm not going to knock it, rightfully so, right? There's a lot of anarchy, chaos happening in the world, but you can't go about having your scope or the way you internalize life. You can't go about it just from a fearful perspective. You can't, because that will be your demise. That will rot you from the inside out, just to live in fear and worry. Fear and hate correlate. You could be so afraid of something that you just hate it. You don't want to have anything to do with it. It's like fear is the seed that'll then spawn hate, opposition. So some people are so far gone that's where I'm kind of like, I'm skeptical about the future of society. I'm here to do God's work. I'm here to do whatever he called me to do. I'm going to keep speaking out and having a voice. But I'm thankful, I was born when I was born. You know what I'm saying? Just in the sense of, like, you really got to pray for our youth out here. These kids are on the front lines consuming all the garbage and the nonsense in the world. The artificial era. Artificial intelligence. You don't know what's real no more. You got AI doing performances, AI doing world tours, artists that are dead. Whole albums coming out with their voice because AI can recreate the sound. What is real anymore? What is actually what is actually coming from us? Natural human creativity. Everything is just artificial nowadays. From the purest part of our beings, right? Our soul, who we are, the representation of who we were created to be, that is non-existent. Some people are so willing to cut corners now, I'll get AI to do it. As you see all these corporations, right, switching into AI, people having worries that their job is in jeopardy now because everything is automated, artificial. Humans have gotten lazier and lazier, are naturally getting lazier and lazier over time. Always taking the path of least resistance because that's in our nature, right? How can we make this easier? If life was harder, I think that we would have better quality and better character within people. Hard work develops character. Doing things the easy way, scamming, is a degenerate society. It's crazy to see where we're at. And it's only getting worse. And it's like, only certain people think like this in terms of we are living in crazy times. Other people, this is normality for them. Those are the people you got to watch out for. Honestly, analyze your circle. Analyze the people you're surrounding yourself with. Where do their morals and ethics stand? What kind of character are they made up of? Who are your friends? Because friends is a term that's tossed around nowadays. There's no authenticity behind it. This is what happens when life it progresses without God, without God's standard. This is what humans just do what they want. Man just does what he wants. Because we come from a place of entertainment, pleasure, self-satisfaction. Selfishness at its true core. So don't take things for face value anymore. Learn how to read between the lines. Have love and appreciation for people, but don't be the nice guy. Don't be that nice guy that gets walked all over. Be kind, be respectful until the line is drawn in the sand. You know what I mean? You have to be aware, situationally aware naturally today. So comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, man. Peace, love, prosperity. God bless. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. We'll see you on the next video.